Hello, and welcome to the very first not very organic intro where my mic is over here, my TV is over here, Jake is down here, and nothing is set up correctly. Sound is good so far. Well, there hasn't been any sound yet, aside from my mic, but thank you. Dart says hello to YouTube. Again, the comments aren't up on the screen because I don't know. I'm probably going to have to reset again, but anyway. We're doing Wonderbook Book of Spells today. I'm hoping this works. Cool, that one's frozen. But the TV isn't, so that's a plus. I can see both at the same time. Well, bear with me. Just one moment. No, wires, stop. Coming loose. Just stop. Stay. For the love of God. There are so many wires here, and I wasn't planning to set this up for today. Greek is weird. We have audio. We have audio. That might be fine. If it needs to be any higher, let me know. Press that for full setup, or skip forward. I'd like full because I don't trust anything going on right now.
Welcome to Wonderbook, a special book that brings stories to life in your room, with a magical range of new experiences the whole family can enjoy. Each Wonderbook experience requires 3 things: a Wonderbook, a PlayStation eye camera, and a PlayStation Move Motion controller. Let's take a closer look at the PlayStation Move Motion controller. You might be familiar with the action buttons on the top. Below these is the PS button, and the big button in the middle is called the Move button. On the underside is the T button, and on either side we have Start and Select. You can recalibrate anytime by pressing the Select button and following the on-screen instructions.
I was listening.
Before you can get started, I'm going to help you set everything up. Press the Move button on your motion controller to continue.
PS3.
For the best possible Wonderbook experience, we want to see your face and your Wonderbook clearly on your TV. All you need to do is make sure your PlayStation eye camera is pointing down towards you and your Wonderbook.
Okay, and is it set to like wide or whatever?
Press the Move button and I'll show you what to do.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, God, I'll be further back for this. I'm gonna have to move the microphone. I didn't expect it to go this far back. Yeah. Right, that should be fine. Yes, there's a doggo down here. Uh-huh. Okay.
To make sure you can be seen clearly in your room,
Already on it.
set your PlayStation eye camera to wide angle view. To do this, twist the camera lens round to the blue lens angle indicator.
It's already done.
Now, you need to tilt
I'm
your
not comfortable
PlayStation
down
eye
here.
camera so it's looking down towards the floor and not straight ahead. To do this, hold the camera base in one hand and push the camera lens down with your other hand.
I guess it could be more down. Yeah, look at those wires right in front of you. Yeah, better view of the doggo. And I'm kind of here. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah.
Next, place your PlayStation eye camera below or above the center of your TV.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
For the best results, when you sit on the floor, your camera should be at about head height. Try to make your
It
room
is.
as bright and evenly lit as possible, so that you and your Wonderbook appear
I don't even need
clearly.
these lights on anymore.
For best results, turn on all the lights in the room.
Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh.
Now sit on the floor a little way back from your PlayStation eye camera so you can see your face on your TV. Pick up your motion controller and point it towards the camera lens, keeping it clearly visible on screen. Hold your motion controller really steady, then press the move button.
I would, but they're all downstairs. Calibration complete. You can calibrate anytime by pressing select. Okay, got it.
Finally, place your Wonderbook on the floor in front of you. Make sure it's closed with the front cover facing upwards. If you can't see yourself and your Wonderbook on screen, try moving back a little. Press the move button when you've finished.
I was gonna have this coming from like up there where my desk is, pointing down here, but Jake really wanted to be here, where my the bottom of my desk is, where I could have put the camera. So this is the setup. I know, just scream whispers. What's your head doing, bud?
You're all set up and ready to go.
Awesome!
So leave everything as it is and press the move button to start your Wonderbook experience.
And that's why we do the full setup, kids, because I wasn't ready, clearly. Yeah. Who's my good boy, though? Who's my good boy? I don't know why I have the ring light on over there. I don't need it. Right. The Book of Spells. Alright. Okay. Oh, that was me years ago. 2016? Oh, no thank you. New game. You want to link your existent? Nah. I mean, yes, if it's just auto, but otherwise, no. I thought Pottermore's dead now. Oh yeah, fuck this noise. Fuck this noise. Yeah. It's not like... Calibration's a little weird. I think I'll have to do it again. So from this angle, point to the TV. I was 26 in 2016. Yeah, we're all a little bit old. I'm playing this kids game and I'm old. Or maybe just point at it from a neutral position so it's better. My tum-tum. Don't look at it. It's still just a little bit weird. I'll deal with a little weird. Cedar and Dragon Heartstring. 13.5 inches. Quite bendy. I was on Pottermore. They put me in Ravenclaw. They put me in Gryffindor. Ebony and Phoenix Feather. 12 inches. Rigid. Poplar and Unicorn Hair. 10.5 inches. Supple. Why call a wand supple? Our first one. Meh. Are you a wizard? Are you a wizard? It's my wand! It's my blooming wand! Oh, my legs are not happy in this position. Ow! Slytherin house. Okay, I can select my house. Huffly Puffly! Hufflepuff house. Prizes hard-working, loyal, and just students. Yeah. Huffly Puffly! Get ready to take your wizard photo. There you go. Art. Yes? Oh, okay. So this book right here, do I have to, like, wipe it clean or something?
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
You know, Hogwarts students shouldn't be in the restricted section of the library without a note. You're lucky I'm just a professor. If the librarian caught you... Oh, you've already picked up a book, I see, but... Hang on a minute.
Let me see again.
It's covered in dust. You must be the first student in years to pick it up. Where in the library did you find this? Ah, looks like you've got post. Let's see now.
Open! Open! This student is given permission to collect a copy
This
of the Book of
student is
Spells.
given permission to collect a copy of the Book of Spells
reading.
from the restricted section.
From the restricted section? How on earth did you get permission for this? You're a Hufflepuff, aren't you?
I did some favours.
Well, well. Come on then, let's have a look at it. Brush that dust off the cover.
That's it, keep going. Wait a moment.
It's a little bit dirty.
Is this? Yes! This is the Book of Spells by Miranda Goshawk. I mean, this isn't your standard Book of Spells. It's very old. But after all, you did get permission. It's just... Well, Miranda Goshawk was a powerful witch, and sometimes magic in old spellbooks can be a bit unpredictable. Oh, but we've got your magical education to think about. I'll be here to guide you while you read the book. After all, it could contain rare charms or dangerous jinxes or all kinds of exciting stuff. Go on then. Open it up to the first page.
Gonna make some room. Jake's taking up some.
Ready to begin?
I suppose.
First, let's make sure your wand is in fine shape. Now, a spellbook like this can help you with all sorts of enchantments. See that glowing spot on the page? Point your wand at it, then press the T button. Here we are. We're going to practice this nice snap of the wrist. It's a sharp flick of your wand like this. Oh, there we go. Wow, looks like your wand is ready to go. Oh, that's it. Very good. Right, keep flicking now. You don't need to press any buttons with a spell like this. Just flick. A bit more. Keep flicking your wand. Flick out some more sparks. Make sure you've got the hang of it. Yes, you've definitely got the hang of it. Let's move on, shall we? You can cancel activities at any time by holding the circle button, so do that now. Good, now hold it. That's it, now hold it. It looks like your wand work is up to scratch. Let's move on. There you go.
Pretty cute.
Now let's see what our esteemed author Miranda Goshawk had to say in her foreword.
What did she have to say? What'd she have to say down there?
I was born into a poor family, the last of 9 sisters. When I was a youngster, there was no basic spell book to give a beginner witch like myself the clear and simple instructions that would have made magic a much less mysterious process. I struggled to understand the complicated instructions in the old-fashioned textbooks I was given at school. Back at home, I was at the mercy of my older sister's mischievous attempts to give me the wrong...
Yeah, where to put on subtitles?
incantation for every spell. Robes are merely embarrassing. Hand-me-down spells can be dangerous. When I grew up, I quickly realized that the help I had craved simply did not exist. And so, I created the book you are holding now. The Book of Spells. I could not be prouder that this simple school textbook is now being used in schools for magic
all over the world and has been translated into 72 languages, including gobbledygook and Mamish.
Oh,
I also
gobbledygook, my
had a
favourite
few
language.
special editions printed for my dear sisters, which unfortunately contained a few misprints that led to quite a few comical mishaps. But Romilda's tale has vanished now, and we're all friends again.
Romilda
The Book
Vane?
of Spells will enable you to perform a range of basic and not-so-basic spells that will enhance, protect, and enliven your life. At the end of each chapter, you will find a conundrum, a little poem with a hidden message concerning those characteristics and habits that make witches and wizards truly great. Each conundrum tells the story of a witch or wizard who did not possess the necessary traits and paid the price. Names have been changed to protect the inadequate. The solution to all the conundrums can be found when you have mastered every spell in this book. But by that time, you may not need the solution at all. Good luck, stay safe, and make good magic.
You got it!
You uncovered a collectible. That will go into the collectibles chapter in your spellbook. Later on, you can visit the chapter to see all the things you've collected. But for now, let's move on. Now we've got 2 magical spots on the book. Every page of the Book of Spells has spots like these. See that new spot on the right-hand page? Use your wand to pull it up out of the book, and we can read what spells we have in store in Chapter 1. Or you can try testing out your wand again by pulling up the picture on the left-hand page. It's up to you. When you read the Book of Spells, you can use your wand to move the words back and forth. Try it now. Point your wand at the words at the top of the screen, then hold the T button and slide them to the left.
In this chapter, we'll learn 4 spells ideal for developing your wand skills.
That's it. Whenever you're reading, you can use your wand to skip ahead or go back. Point with your wand again and slide the words to the right to go back.
Each new spell is sure to be useful throughout your wizarding career, whether you're making objects fly or lighting your way in dark places.
Nice wand work. You can also stop reading at any time by holding the circle button. Each new spell is sure to be useful throughout your wizarding career, whether you're making objects fly or lighting your way in dark places.
Lighting.
Practice hard, and you'll soon be ready to take on this chapter's final test, and will be on your way to becoming an accomplished witch or wizard. Interesting specimen? There we are. See there in the bottom corner? Your spellbook can't wait to move on. That means you've finished everything on this page, so turn over when you're ready. The levitation charm. Aha, starting with the basics. This one always comes in handy. Right, first we'll learn a bit about the spell. Then, when you're ready, you'll learn to cast it.
Sure.
Now, you don't read this spell book like a muggle textbook. To read your book, you point your wand at any words that are glowing on the page and then just press the T button. The levitation charm is one of the first spells learnt by any young witch or wizard. With the charm, a witch or wizard can make things fly with the flick of a wand. The charm is an excellent test of your magical
Couldn't even let me
skill,
read.
wand control, and above all, patience.
I have so much of that. Have you seen what I played earlier today?
There you have it. For every spell you learn, you'll first get a description of the spell from the author. Oh, look! There's more to find out about the spell. Looks like Miranda Goshawk also put a wizarding story about the levitation charm into her book. Pull up the glowing picture with your wand to read the story, or just turn the page. Looks like we're going to hear a tale about this spell.
Right?
Ready? It's
I'm
up
ready!
to you. Do you want to read the story now or later? Use your wand to choose. Point at one of the tabs. Hold the T button, then slide the tab out.
Just a
Good.
subtle stabbing.
That's it.
Just a subtle stabbing.
The levitation charm was invented in 1544 by warlock Jarlath Hobart, who mistakenly believed that he had at last succeeded in doing what wizard kind had so far failed to do, and learnt to fly. Hobart invited a large crowd of wizards, including the chief warlock of the Wizengamot, to witness his maiden flight. On the 16th of July, 1544, Hobart climbed onto the roof of the local church.
What interactivity do I
And
have here?
after
You just keep
several
talking.
speeches and a rousing
guess it's for
performance of the... it seems your spell book is testing you. There's a word missing from the story. Point your wand at one of the tabs on the side of the book. Then hold the T button and slide the tab out.
Right when I ask this question. And after several speeches and a rousing performance of the something left into the air, let's say...
It's time to pick one of those two words. Which fits best? Point with your wand, then pull the T button to choose.
Is this a right or wrong situation, or just a whichever you feel like situation? I want bagpipes.
I don't think so. Try the other tab.
No to you too?
Ah, yes. After a rousing performance of the national anthem, he leapt into midair. At first, Hobart appeared to have
broom.
succeeded. He hung in midair for nearly 3 minutes, until the crowd grew impatient to see him move somewhere. In response to their catcalls, Hobart began to perform vigorous swimming movements, which had no effect. Mistakenly believing that he was being hampered by
What else
his
can I do
heavy
with it?
boots and... oh, another missing word. Jarlath's going to throw something away, but what? Point at one of those two words, hold the T button, and slide the tab out.
I have to see this man throw away his beard.
No, that's not the right word. Oh, believing he was being hampered by his heavy robes, he took them off and tossed them away.
Sure?
Upon removal of these items, Hobart dropped 10 feet, and it became painfully clear to those watching from below that far from weighing him down, they had been helping to keep him airborne. Infuriated by the increasing laughter of the onlookers, Hobart continued to strip
Sure?
until finally, on removal of his... oh dear.
False
What do you think
teeth?
he removed next? No, that's not how the story goes. On removal of his
I'd have
underpants,
my fun
he
cap.
plummeted to the earth, completely naked. Breaking
we all learned a
16
thing
bones
today.
and earning himself a fine for what the chief warlock described as outrageous silliness. Humiliated, Hobart returned home and continued his work.
Well, didn't we learn a thing?
He eventually realized that he had invented a spell that would lift objects into the air and could cause them to hover for varying lengths of time, depending on their weight and the skill of the spellcaster. Small animals and even children might be levitated, but once airborne, they had no control over their direction of movement. Hobart consequently made a second announcement, and another, even larger crowd assembled to watch his new demonstration, hoping for another hearty laugh at his expense. The new demonstration was initially much more successful than the first. Hobart showed the onlookers how he could lift a
He's learning
variety
today.
of
That's all
objects,
this is.
ranging from small rocks all the way up to... What else could this spell levitate? Pull out one of the taps to try it. That's it. He could lift fallen trees.
I'll point at you.
Unfortunately, the cheers of the crowd went to Hobart's head, and he decided for a finale to levitate the chief's hat.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It was only then that he, and indeed the crowd, realised that the chief wore a wig. Hobart only survived the resulting duel by levitating the chief's robes over his head and running for it.
Off with you. Off with you. That's one spell? What?
There you go. Now, some spells in the book will have wizarding stories to go with them, left especially by Miranda. I mean, our esteemed author. This spellbook has some powerful magic indeed. Time for you to do some magic of your own. I think you're ready to learn to cast this spell. Wand at the ready and turn the page to learn it. One of the book's pictures has got a bit out of control. Just try brushing those feathers away with your hand.
Incantation. Wingardium
Wingardium
Leviosa.
Leviosa. The magic words for the levitation charm are Wingardium Leviosa. Be sure to make the gar nice and long.
Wingardium.
Say the incantation aloud nice and clearly now. 3, 2, 1.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Excellent, well said.
Sure.
That's the incantation learnt. Now time for the wand gesture you must make to cast the spell.
Swish
Pull the
and
gesture
flick.
diagram up from the page.
Run, stop.
This spell is all in the wrist. Keep your wand hand loose and perform a nice, smooth swish and flick movement. This is it. To cast a spell, you trace the gesture shape while holding the move button on your controller. Hold down the move button, trace the shape, then let go. Well done.
day.
Now make the gesture once more, this time from memory. That's it. See that symbol in the corner? That means you've cast the spell. Now you don't need to press the move button or make the gesture again. You can keep using this spell till you cast another. Now with the levitation charm, you point your wand at an object, then hold the T button to levitate it. Remember, with this spell, you need to aim your wand, then hold the T button to use it. Oh, here we go. Try levitating that jar. Point at it and hold the T button. You need to safely land the jar to move on. Just release the T button when you're ready. Good work. You can keep levitating, or we can move on. You can return the book to normal at any time by holding the circle button. You're doing well. Now try landing the jar safely back on the book. Put the jar safely back down on the... Once more. Try to levitate this new jar and put it back down again without breaking it. You need to safely land the jar to move on. Just release the T button when you're ready. Well done.
He's here, yay!
Now try levitating it again. This time, see how... Oh, smashed again. Well, let's move on for now. You can come back and try the activity
Oh,
again
look,
if you
Jake,
want
you
to
got
learn a
new
bit
eye.
more finesse.
Alright, next page. Cat is here, yay! Do something.
Wingardium Leviosa.
New page.
Let's
Magic
find
books
out what
sometimes,
challenge
they just-
Miranda Goshawk has set you. Point your wand at the glowing illustration and pull it up.
What's this now? What's all this then?
Now it's time to practice your new charm and learn to levitate with confidence. Luckily, this spellbook holds a number of powerful enchantments which allow it to provide a safe space for spell practice.
Fair.
Your book's going to conjure up a practice space. Here we go.
Alright, so. It's like I'm really there.
A herbology greenhouse. Those plants are mandrakes. I'd know them anywhere. A perfect chance to put your levitation to the test. Levitate the mandrakes out of the ground and into those pots over there. Now, these mandrakes are fragile, so you'd better levitate them up out of the ground. Oh, they're stubborn. There he goes. I'll magically muffle the place. Muffliato. There. Point your wand at a mandrake and levitate him up out of the ground. Good. Right. Drop this little fellow into the right-sized pot.
Oh,
Now
right
just
sized
release
pot.
the T
Okay.
button to drop him. That's it. Release the T button to drop him. Well done. This mandrake can settle into his new home. You need to repot all the mandrakes to complete the exercise. Now just release the T button to drop him. Excellent. Nice work.
Thank you.
Good. Now just release the T button to drop him. Well
I'm a
done.
wizard.
You'll make a fine herbologist. Well done. Release the T button to pop him in. Well done. You'll make a fine herbologist.
I am in Hufflepuff after all. You're
Activity
a wizard of the
complete.
coast!
Time to see how well you did. Here's
Thank
a note
you.
recording
The
your
Emerald
progress in this lesson. Here we are. Let's see how you did. Well done indeed. You've mastered your first spell. And to prove it, here's a wizarding photograph recording one of your moments of magic.
You can get 3
work.
badges.
Great job. You're quite the herbologist. Take 10 house points. Miranda Goshawk's left behind a little more information on this spell. If you'd like to read
It
it,
was a tiny
pull up
one.
the note, or you can just turn the page.
What's this one?
There are many variations of this spell. The hover charm, the rocket charm, and the floating charm, to name but a few. But this remains the original and best. This charm ought not to be seen as a joke spell. It can be most useful in duels and can lift physical obstacles. And can even levitate small creatures, though this is likely to confuse any poor animal and is certainly not to be encouraged. Look at that. Your first spell lesson complete. Now, are you ready to move on to your next spell? You can return here whenever you like, so turn the page to move on. Let's find out how you did. Well done indeed. You've mastered your first spell. And to prove it, here's a wizarding photo.
Water making spell.
Water
All right.
making spell.
Sure.
A useful one, this. Pull up the description text to find out more, or turn the page to learn to cast it.
Let's hear another story.
The water making spell conjures clean, drinkable water from the end of the wand. Thus, with the water making spell, the trained wizard is never without a source of water, whether they're refilling their goblet at dinner or managing a minor eyebrow fire after a carelessly cast fire making spell. Well done. You're building an impressive collection of souvenirs.
Thank you.
Our vandal has left another scribble. The last one was educational. Just. Shall we have a look? Or if you like, just turn the page.
These stories are
Ooh, the
fun.
bubblehead charm. It conjures a bubble of air around the caster's head. useful for underwater exploration and avoiding nasty smells. You're ready to cast the charm. I'm looking forward to this. Stay just where I can see you and keep still to see this spell in action. That's it! You look interesting. What's our magical vandal up to now? Goodness, a chance to try out your bubblehead charm. Although this charm is brilliant for underwater exploration, wizards with particularly bad breath have reported some problems after the first 30 minutes or so. That's better. Never been much of a fish person myself. Oh, well, there you are. Our mystery student definitely knew his or her stuff. I don't think you'll be able to cast the spell away from this page, but you can come back and try it here anytime. Right, turn the page and let's try mastering this spell.
Oh, but my knees hurt. This isn't the best position to be in for long periods of time. Last page, oh no.
Here we'll learn the necessary gesture and incantation to conjure water from your wand. First, we'll learn the incantation for this spell. Pull the words up from the page. Aguamenti. The incantation for conjuring water is Aguamenti. Be sure to say it clearly when casting the spell. Nice and loud now.
Aquaminty!
Excellent, well said.
Thank you.
Time to learn the wand gesture. Pull up the gesture diagram.
Minty, yes.
Casting Aguamenti requires a smooth wave movement from left to right with your wand. Good. Do that once more, this time without any help. Great! With this spell, just hold down the T button to send out a jet of water.
If this were real, he'd be losing his shit, because he hates water.
Are you going to play with the text all day? Release the T button and let's get started.
Don't look into this. Oi. Oi.
You've got the spell cast. Now just pull the T button to spray water. That's it. Give the book a good soaking. Don't worry, its enchantments should... I think you've got the basics. You can stop the waterworks. You have to be sure that the book is dry before we move on. Tilt the book up so the water runs off it. That's the way. You've completed the first half of chapter 1.
I didn't mean to cut him off, I was just being weird. Okay, what did he say?
Right, that's the back of the book. Turn your book over to move on. Ready to move on? Just point your wand down at the glow on your book and pull the T button as usual. Then you can pick Chapter 1, Part 2.
That's Cassie.
Here we go. You've finished the first half of Chapter 1. You'll be able to unlock the other chapters soon, but for now, just point your wand at Chapter 1, Part 2, then press the move button. Looks like this chapter's locked.
No, go!
You'll have to complete Chapter 1 first.
Things.
You haven't unlocked this chapter yet. Finish Chapter 1 first. Chapter 1, Part 2.
I think we're all going to be doing Chapter 1. Do I have to open the book? legs are killing me like this. Ah!
Unlocking charm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this is an unusual spell book. Now, I wouldn't normally teach you this ingenious little charm so soon in your career. Still, it seems Miranda Goshawk thought you could be trusted. Pull up the text to learn about this spell.
I'm listening. I'll be listening.
There are many ways to pass through locked doors in the magical world. See the fire-making spell, the gouging spell, and the reductor curse. Where you wish to enter or depart discreetly, however, the unlocking charm is your best friend. Well done, you're building quite a collection of souvenirs. Another story, this time about the unlocking charm. Point your wand, then squeeze the T button to pull it up. You know the drill.
I know the drill.
Ready for another tale? Wand at the ready. Here we are. Want to read the story now or later? Remember, you can always hold the circle button to cancel the story anytime. Choose now. The famous unlocking charm was introduced to Britain in the early 1600s by a wizard thief called Eldon Elsrickle, who had fled from Britain to Africa, hoping to escape punishment for a series of robberies. Elsrickle sneaked back into the country, heavily disguised and possessed of two treasures. The first was a baby monster called a Nundu, a terrifying leopard-like creature which, when full-grown, could devour whole crowds of men in a single gulp.
Sounds fun.
However, the cub could be subdued with a simple... What would you use to subdue a Nundu? Remember... That doesn't sound right. Perhaps try the other tab.
Jacob, are you okay, mister? Come on, over here. Oh god, I pulled at the headphones. Okay. Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, too quick, you need to... So the cub could be subdued with a simple stunning spell.
And, Jesus Christ.
And Elsrickle intended to use it to guard his house when he was not there.
No.
Elsrickle's second treasure was the charm that he had learnt from an ancient African sorcerer.
Oh, cool. When did the camera move?
Alohomora, otherwise known as the unlocking charm, or the thief's friend. Elsrickle immediately resumed his career of villainy, and no house in London, whether muggle or wizard owned, was safe.
Oh, God. Okay, we're fine.
Elsrickle was soon taking home priceless jewels, paintings, and antiques to the house which was occupied by his Nundu. Soon, the spectral thief of old London town was making front-page news in both the wizarding and muggle worlds. Nobody could understand how the criminal was getting in and out of houses without breaking windows or using ladders.
Make up your mind!
Once in a while, Elsrickle would be surprised in the home of a fellow... Oh, another missing word.
Marilla.
That definitely wasn't right.
Can I help you?
Elsrickle would be surprised in the home of a fellow wizard. Whenever this happened, the cunning fellow offered to trade his fabulous new charm for his freedom. His deal was accepted so many times that soon there were a great number of so-called spectral thieves operating in the capital.
Yes, cute. Yes. Okay, now I have the floor to myself. Great.
Elsrickle was confident that he would never be burgled, however, because he made sure that everyone knew he owned an ever-growing... What?
Nundu.
Everyone knew he owned an ever-growing Nundu. He put it to sleep each morning through the keyhole of his door before entering the house.
There you go.
And woke it up in the same way when he left at night. Then came the fateful day when Blagden Blay, a wizard who had been burgled 19 times in 2 weeks, succeeded in inventing an anti-Alohomora charm.
Yes,
In a
very
single
big cat.
night,
Oh.
the wizarding doors of London were sealed shut, and task forces were dispatched to protect muggle houses too. On the last day of his life, Elsrickle returned home after being unable to commit a single burglary all night.
Died to his Nundu, right?
Tired, frustrated, and angry, he completely forgot about putting his Nundu to sleep through the keyhole before he entered the house. The last word he ever spoke before being pounced upon and eaten was Alohomora.
Lovely! What a lovely story to tell kids.
Eldon came to a grisly end then.
Ow.
Right then, we'd better learn the spell. Turn the page.
Whee!
This page will teach you the gesture and incantation to open almost any lock. First, we'll learn the spell's incantation.
Hello, Himori!
Try that picture of some keys. Use your wand to get it going. Alohomora.
Hello, Hamora!
To unlock doors with just a wave of the wand, speak the incantation Alohomora. Nice and clearly now. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Hamora. Hello,
Your turn.
Hamora.
Speak the incantation. Good. Nice and loud.
Feetsies are cramping. Nothing is good right now.
Excellent. Now let's learn the gesture.
Sure, let's...
Pull the
oh my
diagram
God,
up
stop
from the
cramping.
page. Now, the spell requires a nice, sharp wand movement.
Avada
Start at the bottom
Kedavra.
and go up,
What a
then
wonderful
diagonally down, and then across. It's like a number 4. Make sure you make nice, sharp movements. Excellent. With this spell cast, you don't need to do the gesture again. You just start flicking your wand towards locked objects to open them. Let's see what this spell can do. Oh, there's... Wasn't expecting... Look out! Bats! Oh, you picked up a collectible. You'll be rich and... smells like someone's potion went wrong in there. Well done. That's the last of them. My. There's another extra bit of information on this spell. Pull it up if you'd like to read it. Or you can just turn the page.
Yeah, it's more just like a fun thing to do with the kids. Wait, what's up?
Why not use the unlocking charm? Don't forget, its gesture is a bit like a number 4. Do you need a reminder? The gesture is a line straight...
I've already done that. Right.
Ah, our esteemed author has left us further information on this spell. Pull it up if you'd like to know more, or you can just turn the page.
What's it say? What's it say?
Now, the spell requires a nice,
not more
sharp
information.
wand movement. Start at the bottom. Miranda
at the bottom
Goshawk's
left.
left behind a little more information on this spell. If you'd like to read it, pull up the note, or you can just turn the page. Prior to the discovery of the unlocking charm, the most popular charm for the purpose was Portaberto, which usually splintered the lock from the door, and occasionally left a smoking hole where the key should have been. Even this was a substantial improvement over Open Sesame, the previous most popular spell,
Of course that was a spell.
which saw doors wrenched from their hinges and torn into firewood.
That's handy.
You've mastered the unlocking charm.
Thank you.
Try not to get into too much trouble with it. Turn the page when you're ready to move on.
Wand?
Wand lighting charm.
Lumos.
As before,
Lumos.
point your wand at the
Yeah.
words, then
Yeah.
pull them up from the page.
You got it. Here, teach me Lumos. Come on. Oh, I'm so present right now.
This charm will light the end of your wand, providing illumination in darkness. The wand lighting charm is simple, but requires concentration. Take great care not to accidentally set your wand alight, as damage of this kind can be permanent. If in
Listening.
any doubt about your abilities, you would do better to buy yourself a magic lantern.
Listening.
That'll come in handy.
Oh, looks like another bit of extra information from Miranda Goshawk. Pull that new note up with your wand, or you can just turn the page.
Could you
The
focus down
discovery
there,
that
not on me?
wands themselves
No?
could be lit occurred relatively recently in wizarding history, at the end of the 18th century. Among those who claimed to have invented this revolutionary spell was the German warlock Garvin Lugner, who insisted that he had invented it as a side effect of his discovery of instant darkness powder. It transpired, however, that not only was Lugner lying about Lumos, his powder was only useful for slightly dimming the lights. The wand lighting charm was actually invented in 1772 by Levena Monk
This, I need to
Stanley,
see things. Okay.
an accomplished witch working in the Department of Mysteries. Levena
Oh, wow.
astonished her colleagues one day
I am entertained.
by lighting the tip of her wand to search for a dropped quill in a dusty corner. Prior to Levena's discovery, all manner of magical lanterns, candles, and light creation spells had been used, with varying degrees of success, to penetrate darkness, both natural and curse-related.
Too many wires. It's bullshit.
So without further ado, let's turn the page and learn to count. A pile of leaves? What a mess. Just brush them away with your hands.
That's cool,
Oh,
innit?
fascinating. There appears to be a hole in your book. I wonder what's in there.
It's bloody cool, innit?
Lumos.
Lit through the light at the
The
end of the
incantation
tunnel.
to light one's wand is Lumos. Your turn. Try saying the incantation for this spell. 3, 2, 1, go.
Loomis!
Excellent pronunciation.
Thank you!
Now you've mastered the incantation, let's move on to looking at the spell's gesture. Time to learn the wand gesture.
I did it.
Pull
but
up the
I haven't
gesture
learned it yet,
diagram.
so-
The gesture for Lumos is a nice, smooth, upwards loop. Good. Do that once more, but this time without any help. That's the way. Excellent. Let's move on and see what this spell can do. Once you've cast this spell, you just need to hold your wand wherever you need light. Simple as that. Ah, yes. Well done. Use your wand light to search around the room. A puffskein? How did that get in here? Well, these make the perfect wizarding pet. There's more to find. Keep looking.
Is that why we haven't seen any until now?
Good work. I wonder what that's doing there. Keep searching. More objects to go. Keep it up. Excellent. That's the last of them. You've learnt to produce light, another crucial
Yeah.
spell for wizards.
Such a horrible
Turn the
wizard.
page for a practice exercise. When you're ready, let's forge onward. Turn the page.
I did it! Yeah, like, for a kid's thing, this is super charming and really fun. But I never finished it for a reason. Because I wasn't a child when I got it.
Oh, Miranda certainly wants to put you through your paces. Use your wand to pull up the text from the page.
Hey, come on, Miranda. Fucking show me what you got. Stomach.
By now, you should be getting the hang of spellcasting, but
No.
it's important to practice the wand lighting charm to ensure that you've mastered it. Once again, your spellbook will now conjure somewhere for you to practice your powers of illumination. I hope you're not afraid of the dark.
How dare you, Darth? No, you! Kind-hearted. Don't you dare. You're all charming and lovely. You're super charming and really fun. That's you.
Not a very friendly looking forest. Merlin's beard. A devil's snare. These predatory plants thrive in the dark but can be driven back by light. That devil's snare looks eager to rip your spellbook to pieces. Cast Lumos to ward it off. Shine Lumos onto those tendrils to frighten it off.
Yeah. Don't pick off with you. Pick off me, book. Pick off me. This has to go back to the library on
The
Tuesday.
devil's snare enjoyed that. I have faith in you. Keep at it.
Pick off. That's my fucking book. I paid for it. That's my money. Back in 2016.
That devil's snare didn't
6
know what
years
hit
ago.
it. Wonderful wand work. Congratulations!
You're cute.
You've mastered
Shit,
Lumos.
you know that?
And to
You're
prove
too
it,
cute.
here's your certificate. Let's see here. And there you are, captured in all your magical spellcasting glory.
All
The
right.
book's unscathed. After that superb display of spellcasting, you've earned 15 house points.
So I could have got 15 if I didn't drop that one. Ah, you cute fucks. How dare you?
Excellent work. You've done yourself proud. You've learned all the spells in this chapter. I think you're ready to take the chapter test. Turn the page.
Sure.
Your first test. I know you'll make me proud. Pull up the glowing text on the page to begin. Well done. You've nearly completed the first chapter of the Book of Spells. Now you'll need each of your new spells to
dear!
pass a final test. By first overcoming a series of puzzles, and finally by taming a dangerous magical creature. Pass the test, and you will win the first of my conundrum poems, and will have taken your first step
Yes,
towards
me
wizarding
too.
greatness.
I'm excited for the PSVR 2 as well and Resi Village VR. Yes, and also Horizon called them out in VR. Absolutely. And also Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners Chapter 2.
What's this?
All those.
Some kind of fountain? It looks pretty... That's it! Now, point your wand and hold the T button. Getting there. Fill it some more. Merlin's beard! It was a trick! We've released a Kelpie, a shape-changing water demon, very dangerous. The only way to tame a Kelpie is to get a bridle over its head like a horse. Miranda set you quite a task. First, we'll need to find something to bridle it with, like a bit of rope.
You know this place is strangely familiar. I think we're in Scotland. I recognise that loch.
Loch. Where is loch?
And here's another kind of loch. This portcullis is in our way. Remember, in this test, you'll need all the spells you've learnt so far. What spell could help us open up the gate? We still need to fix the gate mechanism. Which one of your spells could lift up those cogs and put them back?
Okay.
Excellent. Good. Levitate the cog. Now, where does it need to go?
Right
Steady there. Excellent work. That's got it, but where does it fit? Carefully now. Watch out. Good. Levitate the cog. Now, where does it need to go? Carefully now.
You can't prove
That's it. One more to go. That seems to have done the trick. Well done.
Can you
Right,
imagine
what's
the chaos
next?
with those triggers
Remember,
and the
if we're going to take on that
headset, the
Kelpie,
feedback,
we'll
yes.
need a rope or a bridle. Miranda Goshawk certainly doesn't mess about. This place has seen better days, that's for sure.
the first time
Be ready for anything. Ah, there you
I
are.
played Village
I
and
bet
got
this next
to
challenge has something to do with these locked chests. Odd place for bats to sleep. Still, you've got the right
what was
idea.
it? Fucking-
Try the other chest. Galloping gargoyles.
I'm trying. It's not. Hey, bud. What am I doing here? Oh, you.
Hold your wand as close as you can to Skep. Bravo!
The first time
Excellent,
I
you're
got
making
to
me proud.
what's it called? Housepin of Viento, I thought I need this in VR. I need it in VR.
I know you can do this.
Trying. Fucking trying. What the fuck? I'm doing things.
Ooh, it won't have liked that.
Do I just hold it? Push it back?
Ooh, nice. You've almost got it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I gotta push it back.
I know you can do this. I think you've sent it packing.
Ah. Yeah.
No, there goes the bridle. We'd better follow it. Where's this test going to take us next?
I don't
The
know.
lock. Wand out, I think. That Kelpie could be anywhere. Be ready. I have a feeling this is the final part of the test.
But it works so well in VR for the claustrophobia.
There it is. So to tame this beast, we need to get the bridle over its head. I think you'd better use your levitation charm. Going swimming is not a good idea. I don't think it likes the look of the bridle. Wait for it to settle down. Now's your chance. Fit that bridle. Ooh, careful. Pick up the bridle again. He's gone. Stay alert now.
Not the most intuitive thing.
Look out! It looks like the beast recognizes the bridle. Best wait for it to settle. Quick now, while he's quiet.
Actually, I drop it.
Almost. Try again, while it's
What
still
am I
calm.
doing?
Watch out, he's a tricky one. He's back. It looks like the beast recognizes the bridle. Best wait for it to settle. It's tired itself out. Move the bridle as close as you can and release the T button. There he goes. Wand at the ready. He's back. This beast isn't going to cooperate. Quick now, while he's quiet.
I did!
Keep your eyes peeled. Watch out. It looks like the beast recognizes the bridle. Best wait for it to settle. Quick now, while he's quiet. That's it. Lovely bit of levitation.
Right.
Even with the bridle, he's a spirited fellow, eh? Nicely
No, I'm
done.
not.
You've clearly mastered this chapter's spells. I couldn't be more proud.
Mastered is subjective here, but you had some Jake butt on the book. Yes,
Your
we do.
first chapter test passed. What an achievement. And here's your prize. Miranda Goshawk's Conundrum.
When little Isadora Rose, a sweet young witch that Button knows, was bought a wand, she thought it grand. It shone so brightly in her hand. Now here's an end to all my woes, the charming girl told friends and foes. I'll never ever need to work. In truth, she always liked to shirk. If anybody makes me cross, my wand will show them who is boss. And if they go and treat me worse, I'll fix them with a single curse. And everything I want I'll get with this, my darling little pet. With that, she waved her brand new wand and turned her black hair brassy blonde. But as the days and weeks went by, that lazy girl refused to try to master new spells. Truth to tell, she didn't do the old ones well. Her hair turned blonde but then fell out. Her curses never had much clout. Her wand began to wilt, poor thing, as boredom took away its zing. And naturally she blamed the wand and threw it in the old duck pond. But you know better. You can see what caused her mediocrity. What must you do, which she did not? What must you do, and do a lot? Answer this, and do it loads, or I will turn you all to toads.
Take care of your wand? Probably.
Once you learn all the spells contained in this book, you should be able to puzzle out the answer. Here's your certificate recording your progress. Pull it up from the book to have a look. Brilliant work on that test. You're well on your way. Take 10 house points.
Yeah, wasn't great, but yeah. Men take care of their wands anyway.
That's it. You finished Chapter 1 of the Book of Spells. Now you can start Chapter 2, 3, or 4. It's up to you. Just close the book to select a new chapter. Don't forget to have a look at the collectibles you've won in the Collectibles chapter, or revisit the poem in the Conundrum chapter.
I think...
We're looking at the back of the book. Come on, turn it over to get started.
I think that might be where I leave it.
You ready to move on?
Oh,
To get the chapter
knees.
menu, just point your wand at that glow on the cover and pull the T button.
My knees can't do this for another hour, first of all. And I think you got a good enough idea of what this game is. It's super cute, it's charming, but my old man knees can't do it anymore. So, thank you all so much for joining me on this huge Harry Potter marathon. I know I didn't do every game. Chamber of Secrets bothered me. Deathly Hallows Part 1 bothered me. And I don't know in Part 2.
If you're ready to move on, point your wand
I
down
was
at the
gonna get
book,
it.
then press the T
And now I'm
button
glad I
to
don't
pick
have
the
it.
next chapter.
So, yeah, as Spider, Oni, and Darth have said, thank you so very much for joining me in this video. And I will see you in the next one, and I hope that you take care. Goodbye! He says that, but then he has to fumble awkwardly over to the computer to turn off the recording.